point.
It's a damn mess.
You know what, actually, I was going to say we're talking about relationships, but you know what I want to talk about real quick is that Flat Earth video that we both watched yesterday. I want to hear your take on that.
We can continue some of the Flat Earth stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we already...
Yeah, so there's this documentary called Convex Earth.
Yeah, which I was against at first, but I'm like, I don't care about a new fucking idea about the Convex, but it was on Joannism, and I like Joanne enough, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So continue, Mr. Germ.
Yeah, so basically this organization, I think it's Brazilian or something.
Yeah.
They're supposedly looking into the shape of the Earth for about 7 years.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they say.
Yeah. What they say.
Yeah. And so they got some, you could say, a few experts together that are, you could say, you know, status quo. You know, all of this, the shape of the Earth is a ball, and you know, basically everything you learn in school and everything, you know, Tyson, the fucking figurehead, you know, spills out of his ass is just complete 100% truth.
Right.
You know, those kinds of people. And so they went through these like 7 experiments.
Good ones, very good ones,
like,
very good ones.
Like using, you know, different parts of the Earth, you could say, and you know, they're using lasers, they're using like radio waves.
Yeah, telescopes.
Long distances of water, of like lakes and
oceans,
different areas of the Earth. Different areas of the Earth. You know, they're having a boat that goes out there, and they're showing
that was great.
Of how our eyes fool us, and then like the boat looks like it goes down. You know, with around a ball Earth, right? Like it looks like it goes down, but then they had this very powerful telescope, and it's like, no, it didn't go down. It just, you know, go on farther. And they showed there's this weird illusion that, you know, that
the Fata Morgana, dude. Dude, that blew me away because, you know, I always wondered how do mirages invert like that. Now I get it. It's because you're looking convexly. You're looking down, and that's a mirror. You know, when you look down into a reflective surface, it reflects it back up in the opposite. I never thought of that. And that's what's profound about, Flat Earth in this documentary, is sometimes you don't think about this shit on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. And who has the time, the money, and who's going to travel all over the Earth? All right, I'm going to do these experiments. So it's cool that they did this. They did these different experiments. Yeah, so it's like, okay, so I respect them for that. They went around, did these different experiments. They got some, like I said, quote unquote experts, you know, on the Earth and, you know, stuff like that. And so they went through these different experiments. I thought it was a little. They got a little repetitive because they did this. I don't know. This kind of TV style. Like,
yes, TV style. Yeah.
And you'll get the results, and it was like basically at the end of the damn. You know,
I didn't like that. I didn't like the TV format.
I didn't like that either. That's one of my complaints about it. Is they something that could have been
profound.
45 minute documentary. They extended to like an hour and 30 minutes.
But you know, coming from production, I understand you have to make money. And if you're going to show something, you have to put it in a format that's going to be consumed, and TV format is the consumption format. So, being that this looks like a very adult, mature, professional, scientific, funded situation, you know, they're going to want to make a little money back. So I can kind of, you know, I can understand the back workings of certain ideas.
Yeah.
So continue.
Yeah. So they ran through these cool experiments. I like the one that they added that you don't really see a lot, if at all, is the building one.
Oh yeah, the tilt, dude.
Yeah, on a baller, you take these buildings that are far from each other.
They would. It
will have a tilt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously straight up on this quote unquote ball Earth, right? But around the curve, right, you get this curve of the Earth. It'll be as if it's tilted, right? Going around the ball. If you had a building going up on this side and go around the ball, you had a building going straight up on this side. It's as if they're tilted to each other, right? Away from each other. And they did that, and they found out like, oh shit, it's straight. It's from the bottom to the top on both. It's the same distance, right? So it's like, so where is this curve? So that was kind of cool going into experiments like that.
Yeah, very cool. I love the old guy. The old guy skeptic. He's like, it's a ball. I'm old. And I love at the end. He's like, oh my God, it's not a ball. Right. That was fun.
Yeah, so it's cool seeing those experts change their beliefs, from these experiments. They went on like a couple of them, and they went on some of them. And they're like, oh, okay, there's the water is completely flat. They were talking about gravity and how gravity is bullshit. I like that part.
Yeah.
And there was some stuff about, which is I think a good complaint, is they went over like satellites and space and stuff like that, and it's like, come on, like you guys didn't run experiments on that shit. Like, don't just throw it in there willy nilly. Like it's like the ball Earth, like that's 100% true. So just be like, look, we don't know this yet, but they should have.
But you know what?
Left it out, or,
you know what? Here,
or gave a disclaimer, before they mentioned it.
Let me throw this in. It appears to me, because they're South American, they don't speak English. Supposedly they've been doing this for 7 years before the Flat Earth movement started.
Right.
Let's give them a little bit of credence to say, you know what? They didn't know the full gamut of what they were doing, because they were testing scientifically curvature, and so they hadn't decided to do all the homework and debunk the whole scam. They're just trying to say, hey, look, we looked into the shape of the Earth, this is what we found. So I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway to say, hey, they hadn't broke status quo on space yet, that group.
Right.
So, and they didn't hammer it, they brought it up, but I just found that a little interesting. But again, I want to be a little realistic with reality, so I'm going to give them a little flex there. I have to say, folks, the Convex Earth documentary by the Brazilians, I agree with 95% of their findings, and find the documentary quite profound, to be honest.
Yeah, there's some good info there. There's this other big flat earther that I don't really need the name, but if you guys are into flat earth, you know. But they basically just ripped up on it, and I'm like, come on, there's some good info there. Come on. And he even brought up some stuff, and it's like, no, towards the end, they said that no, we're kind of leaning towards, or they had some doubts about the solar system.
Oh yeah,
they're talking about the sun is closer, the moon is closer than what we think.
And you know what? They don't want to rock.
They even said that this flat Earth, this whatever they call it, Convex Earth, doesn't move. I mean, they even brought that up. So, I mean, they're going against the grain on.
Yeah, they don't want to rock.
Yes.
They don't want to rock the whole boat for everybody right off the get-go and become just have some people turn it off,
But like you said, they had another focus. And at the end they're like, okay, the sun and moon are closer. This shit is different. The Earth is not moving, but we're going to look into this more. And I respect that. It's like, okay, look into it more, and then do some more research on that, some more experiments on that, and then bring us a part 2 or bring us another thing.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. No.
So, but there's a lot of good info there. There's a lot of stuff to ponder, to think about. If you guys aren't into flat Earth, you think it's bullshit, just give it a watch and just see if there's anything in there that like makes you question, or just that's a good point.
Makes you think,
and go from there.
Science is fun, folks. Science is fun. I was not that good in school. I didn't fail, but I wasn't enjoying school. But I always loved science class. I like to know how things work, and I want to know the truth. So on that note, folks, embrace your wonder and mystery of this life, because science changes its fucking findings every day, but no one seems to complain about that. This drug is good. No, this drug's killing people. This is right. No, this theory is wrong. Every day shit changes, so people should be open for fucking research, It's 2018. We haven't figured it all out yet. And we're refiguring shit, It's just arrogant.
have some curiosity about this place that you live.
Yeah.
Look into it a little bit,
Some mystery of life.
It's a huge, this place is a huge mystery. So, you guys will read mysteries, you'll be into mysteries.
Yeah, you watch TV shows endlessly.
What about your damn reality? What about the mystery of the reality of things? Like, that's more important. Dig into that some. And, you'll if you really dig, you'll find some stuff.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Things.
And, thanks to satanic Google, there's a lot of research out there. But you know what I'm finding? Google is blocking a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah.
There was an article today that says Google's going to go through, Facebook and Google and YouTube, they're all going through all their data, their photos and their videos, and they're removing removing fake news. So I just love that. They're looking out for us. They're looking out for fake news.
Yeah. They're protecting us.
When the mainstream is the fake fucking news, there's the big joke. So basically they just want to protect their propaganda. That's all it is. They say, hey, we don't want your propaganda on here. We want our propaganda on here. So that's all it really boils down to, folks. Just on a side note for the news, the data breaches with Facebook and everything. That's just, the data breaches with the fact that we are fucking getting all your data. And not to the fact that your data got breached and it needs to be protected better. So I love how they show it. They'll show an issue, but they'll put different light. They'll show an issue that affects us, and they'll put it in a different light, and they'll get everybody talking about the most minuscule part of the problem that could ever happen, and then, they move on. And I love that. They do a great job at controlling sheeple. And, back to sheeple right quick. I've said it for the last 2-3 years now. I was like, kill the psychopaths, forget the sheeple, and help the heroes. And you know what? That's true. And the more I think about it, sheeple and NPCs and background people, that's who they are. They're actually doing what they're supposed to do. So, we're not here to fix them or change them. But here's the thing. It's just, in the cities and everywhere, it's becoming a bigger and bigger majority now, and that's the problem.
Right.
And we're trying to fix that, but we can't. So we have to basically exodus, like the Bible says, leave the land, leave behind your fucking homeland, because it's being infected and overrun by just nonsense. You have to have an exodus.
Yeah. Yeah. And all of these, we talked about lies and all this manipulation. It's extremely strong in the cities.
Oh man.
The game is hardcore in the cities. You have to make a lot of money. And to make a lot of money, you gotta be in it.
A lot of college.
You gotta really be in it. You can't be all half-assed.
No.
I'm gonna live in this city, I'm gonna make it. No, you're basically giving up your soul, your life and soul over to it. And
all these women on these dating sites are like, I'm on my 5th degree. I'm getting my 3rd master's. It's like, don't you realize you're not gonna fucking ever find a guy that measures up to what you fucking think you need? Like, you're not gonna find the super libtard, liberal, limp-wristed shell of a man with your super education you've just acquired, because it's one master's didn't fucking cut it. You didn't make enough money with your one master's. Like, why are you getting all this education? Is this for fun? Or you just have money to waste like that? No. They're getting more education because they can't make a fucking living or they can't get a good job. So they have to keep going back to school for life. And again, I think we talked about this or need to. We talk about education. It's like as soon as you're 5 fucking years old, if you haven't already been put in front of a cell phone or a fucking TV at this day and age, you're in school.
Oh, they're already on tablets at that point.
Yeah, you're on tablets now, but I'm thinking when you grow up. But so let's just assume by 5 years old, you're already becoming indoctrinated. And the next 12 years of schooling, right? With 12 constant, no breaks, other than a little bit of summer, but you don't get like a year off to go explore your childhood and be a fucking kid or build a boat or anything cool or whatever. So for 12 years at least, you're fucking learning how to be a worker ant. And if you have money and aptitude to be a system sucker, well, you can go off to college and get indoctrinated further by higher education and more libtard fucking concepts.
Whoa, you got a tornado going over there, bro.
Yeah, I do. I was shaking my concoction.
Yeah.
I'm
be mindful, killing. Bobby. Be mindful.
I'm weed killing.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, we're kind of going over many topics on this.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, education would be a good show to hit that hard. But
yeah, so it's a Flat Earth documentary, folks. Convex Earth, please watch it. It's, you know what, I would have to say, it might be my favorite intro to Flat Earth right now because the science is so legit and so solid and so mainstream and so easy to understand. It's a great way to say, dude, I know water's flat. I'm ready to see the other shit. And that's when, you know, your average person can start uptaking the deeper shit, the like the lives of NASA and the space agency and that fucking actor Elon Musk rat, that piece of shit. That fucker does not that fucker does not look, act, or talk like a professional at all. And I've met some motherfucking people that have businesses that aren't multi-billion-dollar for some reason, you know? Fuck that guy. That guy's an actor. That's a fishy fucking situation. And you know what? That's NASA changing its face. From fucking government lies to fucking privatized lies. That's all it is changing fucking gloves, changing puppets. That's all Elon Musk is. And their main puppet, Stephen Hawking, is dead now, thank God. They retired his ass. You know why? We start telling, you know what? In the last fucking 12 months, maybe 24 months, a lot of little YouTube documentaries about Hawking being a fucking puppet and a fraud has come out, so now it's time to retire him. You know? So they fucking took him out. Yeah, he's probably been dead. They pulled him out of circuit. He's probably been dead, you know, for all we fucking know.
Yeah, maybe it was just some kind of weird AI thing. Huh?
Pre-recorded shit, you know? I mean,
I know that.
I have your voice. I have your image. You know, I can just make videos. I can fake you. Yeah. I can fake your existence, bro. You know?
That's true.
Yeah, I can fake
you. He already had a robotic voice, so I mean, he can say anything.
He already had a robot voice.
You know?
You can say
you can still have him halfway alive and have him say whatever the fuck you want him to say.
He already was halfway alive. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Who says he's typing that shit with his eyes? You know, and you know, the joke is they ask him a question, he's like, no. I'm like, man, okay, at best, you asked him that question a year ago, and he took him fucking 9 months to write that answer, and now you're recording it, at best. You know, but they play it off like he's doing it in real time, and that pisses me off. He can't type that fast with his fucking eyeball. Get the fuck out of here. You know, I love how they made a Hollywood movie. See, here's a kicker, folks. If Hollywood makes a movie about something that's controversial or weird like that, that's not actually something we want to watch, like we don't want to watch Stephen Hawking in a wheelchair. Who does? Nobody. No one gives a fuck about it. The news tells you to. You know, all they're doing is solidifying propaganda. Hollywood is the cement for propaganda.
Yeah. So much to dig into, so much to think about, so much to research. So much. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Well, you know what?
Till the day you die, you can be looking into this stuff.
You just said it. You know what that does? That stops you from doing your own soul work.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
They have us concerned with so much bullshit that we're not being good people. We're not doing good lives. We're not seeking good wisdom. They have us inundated with bullshit, and basically, love it or hate it, you're involved in it. See? And this is why when I met the Barbarian Brothers, they said they fucking turned them TVs off. They quit reading the paper. They said they don't want to look at nothing.
Yeah.
And now I completely understand why, because it does hook your attention, like the Toltecs talk about. Hooking your attention. Once they get your attention, like a kid, once a kid gets your attention, well, now he's going to take away 2 or 3 hours of your life with his bickering and arguing. And that's all he wants. He doesn't care if he's right, wrong, or indifferent. He just wants your attention. And that's all they want.
I mean, you brought up some education. Okay, so how many years of indoctrination? Right?
Yeah, right.
You know, basically all of their youth, you know, basically.
Yeah.
And then they go into these careers, right, where they're working 46 hours a week. It's like, you know, and I can kind of understand it partially, is who has the time and the energy to really do soul work and to look into this shit and
right.
spend, you know, I mean, you could say they do. I mean, if you're going to watch, you know, an hour and 30 minutes of trash television, right, or you watch a good documentary, you know, it's like you have that choice.
Right.
But you could also say you can watch trashy television, and it doesn't really take a lot of mind juice.
No,
right?
It's how you decompress.
You could be a zombie. You could be a damn zombie. Your mind barely needs to work, and you can sit down and relax, and your mind's barely working. But anyways, you watch a great documentary, it's gonna be think. You got to ponder shit. For a month after, you could be thinking about it, right? And so, but yeah, we're so inundated by bullshit and lies, and it's like this education that we're indoctrinated, and so that doesn't even really teach you to think, right? It just tells you what they say is facts, right? There, you just memorize facts, and here's the facts that we're giving you, And if you don't you don't know how to do this exactly how we tell you to do it, you're getting an F. You don't graduate, right? So do it their way, whatever they teach you. Go on with it. You're gonna be a great worker someday. And it's like, pay your taxes, just watch TV, whatever we tell you, that's the truth. Remember that, you learned that in school. But yeah, there's just so many things. And, I can understand if people are tired, they don't have the energy, it's just being exhausted. But, it's important though to spend time, again, choose good, like we say, when you have the decision, to make, am I going to watch garbage, or am I going to go towards garbage, the stuff that really doesn't matter in the end? Or can I, look into this? Can I dig into this? Can I go towards some truth? Can I, and start choosing better, and figure out who you truly are and where we truly are,
Yeah, it goes back to what I'm saying, folks, that the world, for whatever reason, it seems to me that there's 10% awakened positive consciousness, which I call heroes. There's 80% sheeple that are just neutral conscious, people just doing their job, bakers, candlestick makers, prostitutes, whatever. People just doing their little jobs and having a little simple, whatever life. And then there's 10% that are manipulative, evil fucking bastards. And people try to call them Illuminati and all this bullshit, but I just call them psychopaths, because that's what they really are. They really, that's a good definition for them. And it's destroy the psychopaths, forget the sheeple, help the heroes. So here we are, folks. If you are a psychopath, fuck you. And if you're a sheeple, well, I hope the show helps your life out. But it's the heroes. I'm really trying to help you guys out, because I'm a hero and I suffer and I'm in pain. And, I really like the book, The Road Less Traveled. It says, the first thing is, life is difficult. That's a fact we all have to accept together, and together, if we accept that, we can maybe get through it better. So life is difficult, and the avoidance of suffering is the root of all mental illness. So I'm trying to help all the heroes out there who are suffering and questioning, and hopefully, maybe confused or whatever, that my 20 years of research and my little take on this and Bobby's take on this can be helpful to you guys. That's what this show's for. It's for the heroes. It's for all the warriors out there.
Speaking of Convex Earth, the documentary, something I brought up to Bobby yesterday, and I was thinking about, so you got to think. So going back to indoctrination in schools. So what are they teaching? They're teaching the ball Earth, like all around, all around Earth.
Globe.
They're teaching that.
As soon as you're fucking born, globe.
So where I went is like, fuck. It's like there's people. Bobby called them psychopaths. They know a lot of what's going on.
They know
the shape of the Earth. They got this NASA bullshit going on, and now SpaceX, they got a fucking car in quote unquote space, right? so there's all this shit. There's all this shit going on that they continue to hammer into our minds. Bobby brought up there. They bring up like space in the news all the time.
UFOs, Mars.
They're gonna keep.
We're going to Mars, Bobby. We're going to Mars.
Aliens. That's another thing. Aliens. So what's aliens going to tell you? There's space. So there is this universe, right?
Yes.
There's aliens out there, and they're going to come attack us.
Yes.
Space Force.
Yes.
Space Force.
Yes.
Right? But going back to the documentary, and my point is, so there's these assholes willingly, knowingly,
deceiving.
And not giving in a shit. Yes, deceiving. Basically everybody on the fucking Earth.
Well,
all of us.
Here we go.
So here's the thing. So think about how evil these motherfuckers are.
Oh yeah.
think about what else are you being lied to about? If it's going to be just the simple shape of this earth that we live on, what else? Like, what's off limits, to them to lie to us about, to deceive us, to get us to put us in this box and just be these so we're here. I'm just here just to consume. I'm here to work. I'm going to retire. I'm going to pay taxes. You know what? I'm going to fuck this girl. I'm going to have 3 kids. They're going to have some grandkids, and they just put us in and know nothing else, learn nothing else. Look, you're on this whole earth. Maybe there's alien, maybe there's not. There's all of this shit. Again, you're going through how many years of school, and they're just cramming this shit into your mind in your youth when it's pliable, when that's when you learn tons of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then they're just cramming this shit into there, taking up basically most of the space, in your head, in your mind, right? And so basically, my point was, how evil are these motherfuckers? I mean, just think about it. What else do they line up? What are they wanting us, who are they wanting us to be and do and just, so, basically just be biobots, the whole 138 thing, be an android, not a man. Basically, that's what they want. They don't want you to be who you are. They don't want you to even be fucking human.
No.
They want you to be, they're switching over to robots because that's what they really want.
Yeah.
They want robots. And they're going to switch over to it when they can. They want robots. They don't want good human beings that think, that's wrong and this is bullshit. And, stop lying to me. I'm going to look into it. They don't want that. Just go with the programming that they give you and go. Be a good biobot. Here's your programming. Go.
There's really three classes in this country, and probably the world, but there's these super elites, the ones that are really pulling strings, right? Then there's the managers, the high-paid professionals. They see themselves as, better than us, the rest of the worker slave ants. And they see this technology as for them because they can afford it, or, this is sold to them. And so between the super elites and the, what I call, I don't know if I should use this word. It's going to be controversial. God damn, I hate this I hate this lack of freedom of speech. I'm going to have a whole show on this one word alone, I think. It'll probably break the internet. But let's just call house slaves. Let's just call it slaves. So you have the elite slaves that live upstairs in the castle. Then you have the house slaves, which, get the good food, and they get the hand jobs, and they get the clothes, and they get to hang out with the elites. So they think they think they have it better than the field slaves. And, but the bulk of humanity, I would say 90%, whether you're a psychopath, a non-player character, or a hero, you're slaving. Like, most of us are slaves. And I like what Eric Dubay called. He called us tax farms. Every government's a tax farm, and we're all wage slaves. Yeah, we're free range. I can eat at McDonald's or Burger King, but I'm still getting poison. I can go to Walmart, HEB, I'm still getting poison. I have the choice of my poison. I have the choice of where do you want to work?
Pick your poison.
Yeah, where do you want your collar? Where do you want to be enslaved at? Yeah, you have choices like that. I guess you could be grateful. But, we're not free. We're not powerful. We're not empowered. We're not making decisions. We're not, living our lives. So there's a class system. And anyways, the elites and the house slaves don't give a fuck about what they do to the fucking slaves. They really don't. There's all this pretend shit on the TV. They pretend like they do. They're selling their buyers is what they're doing. It's all sale. People don't understand sales, really. There's a whole show on sales.
Your thing sounds like shit over there. Yeah. But you have for example, on TV, you have the FBI and CIA shit. Like, they're saving the fucking day.
Oh, yeah. On TV.
All these shows. All these shows about the government saving you and helping you, and we have we have the SEAL team that's over here just taking down the bad people, right?
Yeah, the movies.
That's what we do.
The movies, man.
Never does. We take down the bad people. Not that, no, we're not bad. No, ever, you know?
No, we're not. But they show that. They show that too, but then they always cover it up. Well, we had to be bad.
There is no. Oh, you know how you can do it. Oh, there was one bad apple.
Yeah.
There was one bad apple.
We fixed it.
Yeah, that asshole's in jail, people. That's what we do.
Holy shit! I just burned through $40 a roundup. Holy shit. Anyways, folks, it's been about 35 minutes. So, yeah.
I guess that about does it, huh?
Yeah, good.
It was kind of a little all over the place, but
yeah,
so you guys get something out of it.
We'll call it Convex Earth. I think Convex Earth was the main topic.
Yeah. There's some side paths.
Yeah.
But yeah, choose good, pray, and sleep. Thank you, followers.
Yeah,
again,
followers.
Comments. Let us know what the fuck's going on. If you watch that documentary,
yeah,
let us know what you think about it.
Yeah,
please. Your honest opinion about that documentary.
And please watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Watch 30 minutes and get pissed off.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. Have a fucking attention span. And don't be on your phone. Don't be on your fucking phone. Be a goddamn grown-up.
Yeah.
Be an adult.
Watch the whole thing. Tell us what you think.
If you're 20, dude, I remember as a kid, 25-year-olds look like old men to me, like old men. And 30-year-olds were fucking grown-ups. I mean, that's where our movie heroes were in their 30s, you know? And then 40? Come on, man. That was fucking intense. A 40-year-old? My father was 40, you know? Yeah. It's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to be adults, you know?
Yeah.
It's time for us to be grown-ups and act like it. Not this fucking forever adolescent bullshit that they've let us do, you know, or programmed us to do with these fucking digital computer phone things. They're really retarding the shit out of us. All right, Bob, I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Go ahead and call me back in a minute.
All right.
All right. Later.